My fellow Sassians, good morning. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous, and I hope that you are a darn sight more rested than I am. Let me tell you something. You ever had one of those mornings where you wake up and you go, no? You go, no, mentally. You go, no, physically. Your heart is like, nah, we're not here. Yeah, that was this morning for me. Yours truly is exhausted. And it's that kind of productive, functionary, we got to get through this kind of exhausted. And you kind of look back on your last several days and weeks. You're like, well, that explains it, doesn't it? I mean, it's I did this, I did that, I did this. No, we've done too much. And I've done a lot, and there's yet still more to do, especially as February is right around the corner, and February can be a very stressful month simply because it's a shorter one. So there's the still same amount of work and less days to do it. Yay! So, yeah, a bit sarcastic, but that is my nature. I don't know if we've picked up on that, but yours truly can be a little snarky. I know. It's all in the name, babe. It's Sassy Scorpion Tarot. It's not the passive Scorpion, whatever. It's we have a stinger. And we use it. I've had 2 cups of coffee, and we're like, there's going to be a third at some point. But for now, we're working on some herbal tea, because guess what? The big confetti pop to all this is that we also have the telltale tingle in the back of the throat. So if we're starting to sound a little raspy, a little coughy from the chest, oh joy, well, we might be heading in the direction of a cold. So when it rains, it pours. Speaking of which, it's slated to rain all week. Yay! So I tell you what, things happen in threes, honey. Things happen in 3. It seems like the negative, but also the positive. So let's just go ahead from my points of view, okay? As someone who believes in the power of 3s, I know it sounds weird, but in my experience, this is what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this -3 out this week, because that means I'll have some lovely positive ones after that I can cash points on. Don't listen to my nonsense, but if you know what I mean about the powers of 3s, that's where we get that concept of when it rains, it pours. It just seems like this and this and this. But then on the flip side of that means there's positive things coming through as well. So let's just go ahead, let's get the weather knocked out. Let's get this possible cold knocked out. Let's get the rest of that kind of working calendar knocked out. I'm going to conquer that mountain, plant that flag, success, 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 because that's what we do around here. All right, today, you guys, we are going to go ahead and do a past, present, and future reading, or a 5-card baseline, also called classically the horseshoe spread, once more, which is a past, present, and future. We will clarify some, not all, oracles, and then charms. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Do keep in mind these are general collective reads, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate, which I know is incredibly frustrating, but it's also incredibly normal. If that's the case, check out the placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Expect some shorts this week, and of course the Sunday check-in. You guys, I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Thursday check-in. What's going on, please? Show me Pisces, past, present, and future. Show me Pisces, please. Past, present, future. Oh, the Hanged Man. Very good. The 5 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay. Judgment. Wow. Ace of Wands. Wow. You've been working through something. It caused you a right headache, but you worked through it. And the Hanged Man, there's a suspension here of belief. It's like, wait a minute. What does that tarot lady say? If you're having to talk yourself into or out of anything, it's best to stop. That's kind of what you did, roughly speaking, in the past. And it might have been recent past. I don't know. It's a process that you've been working through fairly recently, it looks like, and it might have stretched out over a couple weeks, maybe even months for some of you. There's that sense of, I need to give more perspective on some self-sabotaging stuff before I do anything. Good. I like that. King of Pentacles, something happened for you that fell into place. It makes sense to you from a practical point of view, okay? There's something here you can finally work with, and Judgment is, you're releasing some sort of lesson here. You're practicing the lesson. You're answering some sort of call. I don't quite know, but Ace of Wands is in the outcome. Surge, energy surge. Something feels right, okay? Something feels very right. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to jump into that 5 of Swords. If I have any questions, I'll backtrack and go into that Hanged Man. But I like how you said, okay, I'm willing to suspend a couple of things that I've been telling myself, and I want to look at it more closely. That's what you told me, and that's good. That was smart. Let's see that Five of Swords, please. What is it that we have been self-sabotaging? A thought, a feeling, a belief, an action. What's this Five of Swords, please? A lot of spiritual openings here. Spiritual awakenings, if you will. Three of Pentacles, the Sun, the Tower. Oh. Okay. I can make something work. I can make it happy. I can make something work. I can make it happy. I can, whatever the Three of Pentacles is to you, it may not necessarily be friendship. It's any sort of working construct. So again, it could be, but it's collaborative. It's like saying adjacent. It's like saying all hands on deck. It's like saying new beginning. Three of Pentacles, again, it's a working structure where we actively expect to contribute in some way and someone else too. Okay? So you could call it a working theory, a working friendship, a working sense of cooperation, or collaboration project work. Okay? The Tower, the Sun, Three of Pentacles, it's kind of like you've been force-feeding this idea in your head that if I could just make this work, I would be happy. And that's a lie. That's a lie. You've kind of concluded that for yourself. It's like, if I can just make this, we'll call it friendship work. If I just make this project work, however you want to adapt it. Okay. If I can just make this friendship work, I'd be so fucking happy. And this is a lie. We've been self-sabotaging ourselves a little bit here. We've been force-feeding it. Okay? Like a drum in the background. It's, if I just need to make this work, I'll be happy. I just need to make this work, I'll be happy. No, we're going to blow that up. Tower. Okay, we're going to dynamite that theory. It's just not going to work. There's something about this that says, no, a working whatever with this person isn't going to make me happy, and I need to accept that. I'm trying to force something to come together in a friendship way, and it's not a friendship thing, right? And the Sun is a very powerful element. Simple, but powerful. I wonder what you thought happiness with this friend would be like then. But we've been thinking about this, the Hanged Man, this working idea. If I can just be friends with this, I'd be happy. That's it. I just want to look at my friend's face and know I'm happy with it. It's so I don't know. I'm not trying to laugh at it. I'm guessing it's just you're doing that Piscean thing you do where you try to make things work. And you're just like, if I could just make this work, I know I'll feel more at peace with it. I'll feel happier about the situation. It just needs to work. And the thing is, that approach isn't Five of Swords because you're trying to force yourself to believe it. And that's where the Tower comes in. So that's a good Tower. Okay. A Hanged Man. We've been contemplating this fairly heavily for a couple of weeks now, if not months, maybe seasons. All right, let's see what that King of Pentacles then has concluded, or what have you, practically speaking, you understand would work better or not work better, okay? Let's see that King of Pentacles. Ultimately claiming our sense of what we can do with time, energy, and effort, knowing what's good for us, a good investment, in other words. And a sense of self-worth always. Let's say that King of Pentacles, please. Because yes, this would be anti-self-worth. Trying to force this thing from a certain point of view, and it's just not, that point of view is not working. Let's say that King of Pentacles, please. I'm not looking at them or they. I'm looking at how you've been trying to force a situation to come out friendly. Or call it a friendship, and it's just not. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Queen of Swords. The Ten of Cups. There's some real work in there. That's some real work. Very grounded. Very grounded. Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are very good at what you do. Masters of your craft. You're very comfortable with this. Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups. Now, there is something that's practical. It's like, what if I focus on how this can take shape in my life? The Ten of Cups. How would I actually view, okay, a sense of emotional harmony between myself and this person that is actually workable? How would I see them in my life? How do they fit the emotional picture? And is it harmonious? Is it good for me? Do I look at, when I look out upon the world, do I want to see that person there? And if so, is it positive? Is it positive for me? Can I support it and love it in return? Because there is something about this that you want in your life, but you want it to be more authentic. And I think you're struggling to understand how to work with it or find a working label for it, because you're just like, I can't do this friendship thing. That's bullshit. That's baloney, right? No. But here I see you really trying to understand how this cup fits into your life in the greater scheme of things. Find room for it, find space for it, because you want them there. But it's like saying, I want them there honestly. You know, and I have to agree, a false sort of friendship isn't working for this. Cooperate, I don't know. You ascribe them to a certain level of happiness, but calling them a friend and forcing yourself to be happy about it doesn't fit. Okay, that's all I know. You figured that out too. Then it's like, okay, then what is it? It's love in some way, honey, that you want to see in your life reflected back on you. And that requires some really good, like I said, authentic practice in there. Eight of Pentacles. And it needs to be returned, otherwise it's not fair. Okay? I would like to better advise you how to build that connection, because that's what you want to know. I just know trying to find excuses to work with them isn't happening. And calling them a friend isn't working either. So how would you designate this person in your life? How do they fit emotionally to you? And so long as you can honestly say whatever it is you come up with is honest, then it's probably correct. All right? I gotta see Judgment. I'm trying to understand the calling here. I'm trying to understand the lesson that you're trying to apply. You got a big one down already. I agree. It's not fitting the Three of Pentacles label. It's just not. And I know that because you pointed that out to me. Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, the Knight of Wands. Yeah. It's almost like saying if there's a will, there's a way. If this means something to you, you have a lesson attached to you that sometimes progress takes time. It takes steady, consistent cultivation. It's not stagnation in this respect. That's different. I would tell you if it was. The Magician, Knight of Wands. There's a lesson in here. The fact that you still desire this. What does it tell you? The fact that you're still trying to pull it in from the universe. What does that tell you? It's part of your root system now, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay? It's been with you for a long time. You would still summon this and have it be part of your life so you can experience it. So it's not a one-off. It's not random. It's not some random Knight of Wands that's flying through for you in terms of energy, you know. It's the fact that you would still draw from it this day. And there's something about the influence of this energy that helps you carve your pathway. And it's not exactly obvious. It's really not obvious. It's so difficult, isn't it, when people don't fit into nice, tidy fucking labels. I know, because then we start to defy language there. What does it even mean? So, you know, Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, the Knight of Wands, you would still summon this towards you, and there's your lesson in that. Why would you still pull from this? What does it still give you? How much have you already developed with this, and what would you continue to develop with it? You know? But it requires more than a Three of Pentacles. This will develop and grow as successfully as the time, energy, and effort you give to it. Let's go ahead and do that Ace of Wands. I'm not saying this one's taking work. What I am saying, it's taken more than the Three of Pentacles to satisfy whatever this is. And you too. It's not just about them, it's you too. To satisfy you, to make sure that it develops with you, we're going to have to put more into it. Because I keep coming back to this, because pretending we're friends in the happy little box just isn't going to work, honey. It's not going to be wrapped up in a nice little ribbon. I'm not trying to be mean to you, but that's... We started off with that one, square one. Oh, yeah. Sometimes We have to engage with the thing more to understand when and where and how, why it fits us, you know? But that was a good point they made. It's like you still would pull from this to this day. And there's something here about the root system you have with this already in place that suggests figure it out. You've grown and changed too because of this influence. So no, a 3 of Pentacles just won't do. It just won't do. But, okay. Okay. I was like, well, let me talk. There's the Ace of Wands. Temperance, Strength, 10 of Pentacles, you know? Gosh, the longevity here is so beautiful. The chance for influence here is strong and viable, carries you into the future, and the energy is consistent. Temperance and 10 of Pentacles, that's not easily formed. It takes a lifetime. And a lot of willingness to hang in there, but knowing when to change, when to give things time and patience. And it's an energy that can carry you far into the future. Foundation, too, making you strong, wiser for wear, but still. That's some beautiful energy. It's very comprehensive. It covers a lot of territory in the future for you. If we allow ourselves to continue to proceed with this and grow with it and see where it goes. You know? It's a choice. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. I grant you, this takes a lot more work. You know, the commitment to it, to see this grow, to understand its place and value in your life, to give it definition and shape over time. It requires a lot more upfront work. But the thing is, they said you've put down a lot of roots already with it. So you might as well keep seeing where it goes. We just know you can't go backwards in time and call it friends, because it ain't friends. It means too much to you. And the potential of what it could mean to you in the future is quite high. That's a strong foundation, honey. Well-tempered, too. Long-lasting. And a sense of urgency to still be part of it. To build into it still. To deepen everything you have and know. A lot of positive potential qualities for you in the future. Kind of depending on how at your kind of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, how you want to put some really good work into this. How you talk to it, how you communicate with it, and how you kind of allow this connection, whatever it is, to feel its way more and more around and past the edges of your life, but directly into it by harmonizing with it. And a lesson here about releasing judgments of the self and why you still call on this and why you would still desire it. You want it to take you further. That's all I've seen. And that's a perfectly good desire. It's honest. It's real. And above all, it's not a lie. You know? So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say, Pisces. It's beautiful. Any of you are at that point where you're wrapping up this book? Okay. I tried to make that fit. That's stupid. And you'll start to understand where to take your investment from there. It's very real, it's very honest, but it requires a lot of work. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. Pisces, honey, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, through my eyes, it's beautiful. It kind of depends on the outcome you want to see in your life. You're already on your way to being grounded and founded. It just seems to be someone in there that you want to see in there long-term, further out, you know, to help shape and participate in that. A 57, unmarked trail, revelation. Some of you are going to have to blaze your own trails on this one. It's not straightforward. Like I said, I see many of you headed in the direction of being grounded and founded. It's just the quality of what you want in there and who you form structures with and why. Number 57, the unmarked trail. It's still green, it's still lush, it still balances. It done so in its own unique way. And for some reason, it's not straightforward with this. The path isn't so obvious. And yet, for many of you, you've already kind of stacked stones with somebody. And you don't see how high it can take you or what it's supporting at the end of it. The Netcaster, number 42, preparations come to fruition. I'm saying the work you do now could pay for you later. Pay off for this one later, you know? The Netcaster, number 42. Oh, Sky Dancers, surrender, 48. Oh, this is how it must be. Let us dance in the skies. Surrendering to this, rising to it. It almost feels kind of inevitable, doesn't it? But, again, not for me to say. I don't expect you all to resonate with this one. I'm sorry, this one is terribly vague, even while it has kind of a plan in it. It's one that you have to plan in when you would have to adopt for yourself, and it has to make sense to you. I just know this, that Five of Swords don't work. And, that's what I know. Ask for help from others. Don't be an island, of course. Lots of folks are getting this one this round. Keeping a lot of things to ourselves these days. All right? Let's not do that. All right. In the near future for some of you? Yes. Okay. Speaking of which. Oh, good. Background noise. That's always appreciated. Within a month. Near future. It counts. When we get out of this realization that forcing the friendship thing isn't going to work. I wouldn't be happy with it, and whoever else is on the other side contributing that wouldn't be either. And I think we both know it. So that sense of really taking this off, you're showing me a lot of Pentacles today. Don't get me wrong, I know you want to see your foundation flourish. But there's a sense of contribution that goes beyond the sense of achievement, but the quality of someone's essence and or presence is involved in some way. Okay? Oh my goodness. Yes, it's pickup day. Yay! Okay, we have one letter, T. We have the medallion of Libra. Some of you might have some very strong and or interesting Libra in your chart. Could be connecting to, or their season might be important. And then we have the mask off. Yeah, mask off. Not lying to ourselves specifically. Okay? Again, not an accusation. Don't take it as one. If you want a comparison, because you think yours is totally a bummer, because I get those comments. Sure. No. Perhaps check out Virgo's. Yours was nice. It says that you actually have an option. More than a whole way of life. Anyway, I hope it helped you at the end of the day, honey. You put in the comments. Take care. Be well.